Good morning, kids. Today we're checking out a brand new video from Connie X where he and some others will create our most wanted missing Digivolutions. Let's check it out.
There are some Digimon evolutions that Bandai and Toei, in their inestimable wisdom, have decided not to make real, but I have seen many Digimon fans clamoring for across the internet and specifically in my comment section. So on today's video, to celebrate the holiday season, I'm giving back, I'm giving you a gift, and I'm doing what you want, just like that one
Sorry about that, folks. Let's go.
YouTube rewind that everyone really loved. Yeah, we're taking inspiration from the YouTube comments today. That'll end well. But this is just a part one. We couldn't get to every single one of your most wanted Digivolutions because there's a lot of them. So I've just cherry picked some that I think are appropriate or holiday themed. And on today's video,
I think that'll be okay.
We're creating your most wanted missing Digivolutions.
And sorry about the lag. You guys know how that is. Either you get low quality or laggy videos. Laggy videos is better than low quality.
My name is Khan EX and welcome back to Khan's Holiday Hootenanny. And yes, I'm back home now.
Oh my god!
Whoa! Goodbye, America. Not all of America's gone, I'm just not in America anymore. Anyway, and hey, it's Christmas Eve when this video is going out. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate. And what better a Christmas present could I possibly give you than toys?
Yeah, the video is late. Probably even later for y'all, but still.
Yes, we're beginning by creating the oft-wanted evolutions for Toy Agumon.
Yes, now here we go.
All of these Toy Agumon evolutions, but I do also want to say that I might revisit specifically Toy Agumon evolutions a few times in upcoming videos. I've always been a little bit reticent to revisit the same concept, but I think there's so much potential in these that I wanted to do it maybe with a few different artists. I had to start with Weirdomon and his interpretations of Toy Agumon evolutions. Weirdomon and I have two schools of thought with Toy Agumon's evolution line. Either keep the building block theme, which I might explore in future, or what we ended up settling on, representing different types of toys with each stage of its evolutions. This to me gave us more room for exploration and diversity, while still keeping true to Toy Agumon, but again, in future we might try different toys or try doing a full...
So does that mean that from the building blocks he would become a stuffed animal?
Building block evolution.
Teddy
Greymon.
Anyway,
first up is the Toy Agumon evolution, Toy Greymon. Based on a soft vinyl, I thought this was an inspired idea from Weirdomon. I don't have any kids, so I don't know if they're as popular as they were when I was a kid, but certainly when I was a kid, toy dinosaurs that were made of soft vinyl or rubber that had zero articulation were the bee's knees. They were peak toy. They were everywhere. I
had some as
we loved them. Crashing your toy dinos into each other was absolute peak childhood. As such, Toy Greymon carries on that tradition. A lump of a Digimon that seems totally immovable when observed by Digidestined. It is often used by gigantic Digimon as a bludgeoning weapon, but also when no humans are present, it is able to move at great speed, attacking with horns, an attack called Toy Antler, that can take out even some unexpected ultimate level Digimon. But then the second a human looks at it again, it drops to the floor unmoving. Anyway, that's this toy's story.
I was just about to say, it pulls a Toy Story. Thank you, Khan.
But if
Oops, hold on, folks. We'll be right back. And we're back.
But it must digivolve to the next toy, and that is Plush Greymon.
There we go.
A plush toy, which again is super popular with kids, but also specifically is incredibly common for Digimon toys, official and unofficial. There's even that famous Greymon plush, which was definitely in my mind when I think of potential Toy Agumon evolutions. I like to imagine that Plush Greymon is even significantly smaller than Metal Greymon, like Marine Angemon size, just because it's funnier. A seemingly harmless plush of a virus Metal Greymon, like its pre-evolution, Plush Greymon tends to remain entirely motionless. However, if you touch it, pick it up, something oozes out of its stuffing. Something not good for you. What is that? Is that an asbestos aura? Oh no!
Oh
hey,
no!
That potentially hazardous
it's
toy
poisonous.
Sets up our next evolution nicely, as Plush Greymon gives way to Action Greymon, the mega of this line, based on bootleg action figures.
Oh my god, hold on.
Okay, the Pokeball on the head.
I was just about to point that out. It's got the Pokeball on the head. It's got Digimon just printed on the chest.
It probably wouldn't be there in an official Bandai product, maybe. But Bandai aren't paying for this video, are they? You know who is paying for this video? Me. But also today's sponsored by E. Come on now.
Is that? Yeah, that's the ad. Alright, we'll be right back, kid. And we're back.
So this toy War Greymon embodies the bootleg world of toys. Stuff that's almost your favorite properties, but not quite. The sense of Right Alliance, or even this classic Digimon everybody remembers, Inflation Greymon? Never mind. This radical dude skates around the digital world, causing glitches and mayhem wherever it goes. It is said that War Greymon and other variants, such as Brigade Dramon and Gaiumon, view Action Greymon with incredible disdain, and think it brings a bad name to the War Greymon family. But it's such a fun guy and easier to get hold of than other War Greymon variants. What's not to love? I mean, unless you're on the receiving end of its copycat force, in which it creates a giant ball made of copies of thousands of Digimon that it lobs at its enemies and crushes them to death. You know, because it's chill like that. Okay, so we've got 2 interim Digivolutions here. I want to thank everybody for blowing up the Cross Wars Digivolution lines video. I'm going to be totally honest with you, I'd kind of already planned to make this art before that video blew up, on the off chance it did at least okay, but that video did really well, so thank you. Today we're digivolving, we're creating megas for Jaeger Darulumon and Atla Ballistamon, and we begin with Jaeger Darulumon, who all trade digivolved to Royal Darulumon. To quote All Trade, Royal Darulumon is an honorable knight whose form is reminiscent of an oft-forgotten hero of the digital
Looks like it has a lot of speakles on it.
Human worlds. Wielding,
by the way, loved drill lens.
Double-headed drill spear that All Trade desperately wanted to call the Tengen Topper, which apparently means pierce the heavens. Royal Darulumon bears the insignia of his king upon his shield and serves as an unrivaled spearman to whoever earned his loyalty. The inspiration for this design was pulled from a ton of places. Primarily, All Trade took it from Alphamon, Mirage Gaugamon, and Gurren Lagann.
Oh yeah.
Because Jaeger Darulumon spear seemingly took inspiration from King Catan's. And according to All Trade, the fact that Darulumon has up to this point not become a giant armored drill-wielding, two-face having is a sin that had to be rectified.
Exactly.
Fight the power. From hunter to royalty, the chief of the hunt commands armies of other Digimon, particularly Darulumon and Digmon. It charges forth into any battle or hunt it can get itself into to save the day. Be quick or it will finish you with its Tengen Tornado signature attack. And then we have the evolution of Atla Ballistamon, which I tasked Weirdamon with, digivolving it to Mega Ballistamon. Its name, Mega Ballistamon, is of course a reference to the fact it kind of looks like a Megazord, but also Mega Kabuterimon. Okay, admittedly it's a different level and that's a dubism, and because in the English dub, this ultimate level would be a Mega level. This design was inspired by existing Beetle Digimon, and specifically the tank mode of the MMPR Megazord, in homage of Digimon Cross Wars' Megazord style of Digivolution, despite Mega Ballistamon itself being a conventional Digivolution. The design feels akin to things like Tyrant Kabuterimon, Grandis Coagumon, Ancient Beetlemon, etc. I can see that. New. I really like how this one came together, and I like that we kind of switch up a little bit. Instead of becoming more humanoid, I like us reverting to something a little bit more vehicle-based, while still keeping design elements and philosophy from Ballistamon and Atla Ballistamon. You can almost consider
it's like some kind of Centaurian. I don't know how to describe it.
This like a roaming DJ setup. Mega Ballistamon caps off the Ballistamon evolution line. A commander of Beetle Digimon, it can travel at great speed.
He is the Bug King!
Cause a ruckus. Its signature move is the Beetle Bombardment, where it launches every projectile it has at once, like a fantastic light show. Alright, well it is Christmas Eve. So
what's the difference between...
Alright kids, we'll be right back. And we're back.
So we're going to focus the second half of this video on specifically snowy, icy Digimon that I've seen most requested in my comments. And we begin by evolving Frigimon, and All Trade is on board once again to create a Bombimon. Again, to quote All Trade, I went pretty firmly for the prompt on this one, so I don't have much to say about it. But I do want to note I designed this as a potential transition from Frigimon into more evil Digimon, such as Creepymon, Shin Monzemon, or the Etamon line. Somehow, what with Yetis basically being giant snow gorillas. Also, I flipped the nose because I noticed the head was very skull-shaped. With elements of Ogamon, this Digimon could also very easily be a Hyugamon evolution as well as a Frigimon one. And as All Trade said, was made to be versatile in snow and non-snow Digimon lines. Yes, I thought a Frigimon Evo should be inspired by the Abominable Snowman, so throwing in elements of Abominable Snowman
you mean the Bumble?
Yeti, Bombimon lives on the high heels of the digital world's ice area. Keeping to itself, it is occasionally disturbed by outsiders, upon which it raises its hands above its head and beats them to death unless they can escape. Survivors refer to this attack as the Yeti Pummel. normal. But Alltrade did me a solid and created an evolution for this Digimon too, which was really cool of him. Digivolving Abomimon to Yuki Onamon. This is based on the Yuki Onna, a yokai associated with snow and ice in Japanese culture. According to Wikipedia, Yuki Onna is a beautiful woman that came to a man and became his wife from the woman's own desire. This woman was reluctant to go into the bath, and when she was made to go in anyway, she disappeared, leaving only thin, fragmented floating icicles. Yuki Onna is also supposedly the inspiration for the Pokemon Frostlass. Alltrade is a fan of savers and wanted to create a more feminine evolution that Frigimon could conceivably digivolve into. Of course, that means a ghostly, vengeful snow woman. Alltrade envisioned this as being a sort of Splashmon situation, with Abomimon and Yuki Onamon being two sides of a coin, and it could definitely be that. However, I also see this being very much a mega level Digimon contender, an evolution for Abomimon rather than a kind of slide evolution. So you do share some elements: the shoulder mounts, the Sun Bear inspired chest pattern, and the ice horns. So to me, yes, they could be slide evolutions, but I think Yuki Onamon actually, despite Alltrade not seeing it like this originally,
you could literally do like Digimon Frontier, well, there was the whole slight evolution between the spirits.
Would work great as an Abomimon evolution. Yuki Onamon is the zenith of Snow and Ice Digimon, and is said to be related to Sakuya-mon and Kuzuhamon, though her frosty temperament means she refuses to ever acknowledge her sisters. Yuki Onamon is not a combative type, unless cornered or confronted, in which case she will rip and tear at her assailant until they freeze to death from ice-cold slashing wounds of her frozen nail attack. And at the end here, we're looping back to Agumon variants.
It's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
I've talked about it for years at this point, and yes, admittedly, Bluecomon did kind of give us something to fill in that gap. However, it is finally time that we give an evolution line to Snow Agumon. And Adriano Davino is back again to do just that.
Hey,
so first
Davino!
Of all, Snow Agumon digivolves to Ice Greymon. This is exactly what I was looking for with a Snow Agumon evolution. Something that evolves Snow
You gotta love that ice build, though.
Agumon, obviously, but also deviates the variants from their originals. There are elements similar to Greymon, Virus Greymon, even Virus Greymon X, but Adriano also introduced brand new elements that set it apart. The frozen beard is appropriate for the holiday season, but make no mistake, this dinosaur is not jolly. Instead of presents, it dishes out a devastatingly cold breath weapon, the Glacial Blast, that freezes any in its path solid. But a life lived in the cold changes a Digimon further, and so Ice Greymon becomes Sub-Zero Greymon. Sub-Zero cooling of metals is a common practice, and one with historical controversy. Originally claimed to produce better results, then refuted, and then again proposed as a way to make metallic and non-metallic components more efficient. Adriano's played a blinder here. It feels so much like a Metal Greymon, undeniably, but also takes what's familiar about specifically Metal Greymon and adds these frozen elements.
Oh, hold on. So that's actually kind of cool is that if you look at the tail, well, part of the skin is like ripped off, revealing that it's kind of got a metallic underbelly. So it's more like an icy Terminator.
Elements to make something brand new. Very much reminds me of how Metal Greymon X reincorporated familiar elements into something different, or indeed Brigadramon that functions as a War Greymon variant, but more on that in a bit. This Metal Greymon variant found little use for claws in the snowy environment it calls home, but did need to shovel snow while still being effective at fending for itself. So what we end up with is Sub-Zero Greymon. With a beard and tail of ice, it is said this Digimon's blood is like frozen slush. Somewhere between Metal Greymon and Skull Greymon, the fierce determination of Sub-Zero Greymon keeps it pushing snow out of its way as it moves ever forward. Don't get on the wrong side of its frozen launch attack. The cold never bothered this Digimon anyway, which is why it lets it all go to digivolve to Vike Greymon. Look at this dude! Adriano, you killed it on this one.
Hold on. This guy looks like he's straight out of that old video game Hades. Look at this!
Like with Sub-Zero Greymon, Vike Greymon is so obviously a War Greymon variant, and yet also feels like an entirely new Digimon. Putting this alongside other War Greymon variants or associated Digimon like Gaiumon, Brigadramon, and Victory Greymon, it fits in so well with their pantheon. The choice to make its fur clothing Garurumon hide is just so cool, literally, setting this Digimon apart from the Greymon variants that befriend Garurumon variants. And I really like the design choice to keep one big claw like the traditional War Greymon, albeit battle damaged and icy, but then on the other side showing the hand underneath, which War Greymon also has. Grasping an axe, which perhaps originated from similar data as the claws, but took on a new shape to help it battle in icy conditions. That War Greymon base with the Garurumon hide also kind of makes it feel like Masterdramon, an early concept for Omnimon. But this is almost the inverse to that situation, a merging of Greymon and Garurumon seemingly not done through shared bonds, but instead through combat and skinning. A savage of the frozen tundra, Vike Greymon has turned its back on friendship and hunted Garurumon for their pelt. assimilating their data to the point it bears a rotated crest of friendship on its loincloth. Greymon is a true ancient Viking that cuts its foes in twain with its Terra Cleave attack. And that is it.
That is awesome,
all of our
Con.
new Digivolutions that you most wanted in my comments down below. As I said.
Oh, well, hold on. Before anything, I'm gonna go ahead and pick my favorite 3 from this episode. First off, I gotta give it into the Rulamon one because I freaking love Garen Lagann. That is one of my most favorite animes ever. Second place, I'll give it to the second Digivolution for Frigimon, and last will have to be Vikemon. I mean, Greymon. I mean, I love it, but you can't beat the drill, because a drill can break anything.
Of our new Digivolutions that you most wanted in my comments down below. As I said in the intro, this is just a part 1 of many. We're going to do much more most wanted Digivolutions and maybe even revisit the same concepts to do different ideas.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
A wonderful holidays, happy Christmas to those who celebrate, have a good day tomorrow. Thank you to my sovereigns, Mickey D34.
And folks, and kids, that's going to be the end of today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe more. Link to the original will be in the description below. And remember to support the original creator in all I do. Also, let me know down in the comments below which of the Digimon he showed today were your favorite 3. Till then, this is Fox, signing out. Peace.